Hello world and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today we are looking at the energies for April 12th through the 18th. And I am uploading this video on April 11th. The really cool thing about April 11th is we are having a new moon in Aries. So a new moon is the opposite of a full moon. The full moon, you know what that is. You can see the moon in the sky. New moon, there's no moon in the sky. But it is really significant because it is a time to set intentions and it is a time to start manifesting and putting your dreams out there. We'll see what the cards pick up on this Aries energy if they do as we get into it. But overall, like Aries energy is about taking action and moving forward, and it's an open energy. It opens things up, and it's the first new moon of the astrological cycle. So, you know, and it really embodies like that spring energy. And it really, you can kind of see it in the cycles too. You know, we're opening things up and like basically planting seeds for our future. If you work with new moon energy, you know that whatever intentions you set now, the new moon in Aries, it's like 6 months until we get to the full moon in Aries, that we have to like plan or grow these things. So I just want to throw that out there. And it's also conjunct with Venus, which means that our love and socializing and relationships with other people are really going to be highlighted. So that might be something that you're noticing, like different changes in relationships, because it's not always, it should be positive changes, even if somebody is moving out of your life. So just to take notice that things are changing in relationships. If you're looking for a relationship, set that intention that you are, bring that energy in, use this Aries energy. And you should also be aware, like Aries is like you can get angry really easy. So, and especially when we're talking about relationships, try to be careful and mindful of that. And, you may have to be saying you're sorry a lot if you're like me and you just have like all of a sudden a short fuse. So just be aware of that that's kind of what goes along with Aries energy and this new moon in Aries. So for this week, I have 3 cards for us, or 3 piles for us for pick a cards. And if you see a pile or number that resonates with you, I have the timestamps down below. This is your time to use your intuition to tap into the energies of one of these piles so that I can read my intuition and let you know the energies coming through for this week, along with the new moon in Aries. So I also have crystals if you like to pick with crystals. I will be putting those on right now. Pile number 1 is going to be this Bumblebee Jasper. I thought Bumblebee was great for spring, so there we go. And then pile number 2 is going to be this clear quartz. Look how pretty that is. Look how I love them all, so don't take that as that's the best pile. It's not. So what's the best pile for you? And then also look how beautiful this is. This is Amazonite. So all of them are hearts because we are conjunct with Venus, and we're looking for just not necessarily that these are love readings, although we'll see what the cards say, but this is just the energy for this week, but I'm also sending out love to you. So, timestamps down below. I'll see what you're reading. Hello, group number 1. If you picked the Bumblebee Jasper, you are in the right place. Let's take a look at what cards got drawn here. So, I'm going to start off with this one. I've been pulling an overall energy card for the week, and this time I thought we would do some spirit animals, and it looks like Electric Eel Spirit. Bring your ideas to life is the overall spirit for this week. Very cool. So electric eels are, it's about like new ideas and epiphanies and coming to you, like aha moments. Just new things, new ways of looking at things. Maybe it comes in a new way of releasing things. I talked about the Aries, new moon in Aries coming up for this week. You know, we kick off the week, we kick off on Sunday with that. So I think this is a great time to set any intentions with ideas, any new things that you want to bring in, absolutely, with this electric eel spirit. Also, because we've got this water energy with the electric eel, you know, we've definitely had like this jolt of an idea coming in, but we have the water energy. So whatever it is that this idea that's coming in, I think it's going to be really fulfilling for you, like emotionally and mentally. So I love that for you. And, you know, this could be a really profound transformation, some new ideas, some innovation, very lovely. So I'm going to put these guys, I'm going to put them here for now, and we'll see what they are in a moment. But let's look at the cards. So we've got, oh yeah, the 10 of Cups and the Queen of Cups, the 2 of Cups. All right. And then we've got the 7 of Wands. Okay, super love this. I was saying something about this idea that's coming in being emotionally fulfilling for you. We've got 3 Cups cards. So whatever this is, it may be something that you've been looking for a while, and then finally like the information is coming through. And whether that is like on a project or something creative, I'm saying creative because we've also got a Wands card here. It is going to be something that is just you're going to really love, and especially here with this 2 of Cups thing. Yeah, so also the jolt of this idea coming in, I really see that here in the 10 of Cups as well. I like using different decks because it gives me a different idea. Not every 10 of Cups has like this ray of sunshine, just like this, you know, like coming down. So as I'm seeing those rays, I really feel like, you know, because I see light energy, you know, that hits you as like a new idea, like something that's divinely guided, something that is just going to be an inspiration, possibly coming to you in the shower. It's interesting how many new ideas come to people in the shower. And I think it's just because you're doing an activity, like a mundane activity, so you kind of let your mind go, and you can kind of, plus there's water involved, so you kind of can tap into your intuition or your subconscious a little bit easier, tap into other realms, and you're open to information coming into you. The 10 of Cups itself talks about relationships, and we've got 2 cards here talking about relationships. So when I said earlier that we've got new moon in Aries conjunct with Venus, relationships are going to be big for you this week. Love, relationships, partnerships, family, friendship, those kinds of things. These ideas that might be coming to you might even be something that you're working on with somebody else. So be open to that. Be open to even communication coming to you from someone. I love the little kid on the shoulders here. Just be aware and listen to input from everywhere, that the universe uses animals and children to deliver messages, random people, that they just say something really random to you, but it's a message meant for you. And I'm feeling that as well. This green in this card represents like fertility, and we're really talking about ideas here. So fertility often brings in new ideas, your fertile mind. It's interesting that we have the green here, and then we also have like the green over here, kind of like bookends here of this reading, and it just suggests that whatever idea that you have coming in, that you may need to protect it. The idea, which is the green here, and then also your loved ones or lovers in some way, that it may not even be like a full-on attack, but just be careful who you share your ideas with, because there's a couple reasons why. They can plant a seed of doubt, and they may not even need to. Like, there's certain things that I just don't tell my grandma, just because she can't imagine the way that the world is right now. You know what I mean? Like anything computer related, because it's not even in her realm of possibility. Like her first knee-jerk reaction is, oh my gosh, you can't do that, can't you? You know, so then it plants like this seed of doubt in what I'm doing. And I know she doesn't intend it that way. It's just because she doesn't see the world the same way that I do. So whoever you're sharing ideas with, just make sure that they are open to, that they just don't plant seeds of doubt, or that if those things come at you, that you're just like knocking them down. That's like, there's so many times too that we share things and people say, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. And that might be true for that person. It doesn't mean that you have to take it on as a truth for yourself. So just throwing that out there. And I think that might be difficult for you to do, like to, let go of other people's opinions, because we have the Queen of Cups here, because she is a very nurturing and open person. I see her as very empathic. So you want to share with other people. You want to let other people into your space because you are like this very compassionate person. But you have to understand too that her cup is closed here. And that is just meaning that she is very balanced in her emotions. Like she doesn't let people get to her. She doesn't let negativity get to her. And just really, I want you to ride this flow of positivity this week, because this like rainbow. So you see, somebody is going to tell you that the end of a rainbow, there's not a pot of gold, but there literally is a pot of gold for you. You can see it. You can touch it, taste it, feel it, bring it into your reality, because you have this idea that you can do that. So and the only reason I'm saying that is because of the Seven of Wands here. Everything else looks really positive and really beautiful, and just looks like a great week to open up that heart chakra, let that love come in whatever way that you want to. Like if it's love from yourself, love from your family, friends, or a counterpart, that's great. So let's talk about this Two of Cups, this counterpart card. It's often looked at as like a new relationship. So if that is something you've been looking for, or at least set that intention this week that be open to it, like open up your heart, and that this is what you want, if that's what you want. But it's really just an exchange of ideas. It's finding somebody who's on the same wavelength as you and exchanging those ideas and being appreciative of it. Caduceus of Hermes. That's what these snakes are called, these intertwining snakes. It represents these two people coming together as well, but it also, it's become a symbol for medicine, for medical, over the years. And it's usually these two snakes, and it has the wings here with it. In this deck, they put the wings on the lion, which is fine. I like Manticore. Flying lions are cool. But the Caduceus of Hermes, it's a symbol of trade and exchange. The lion is a symbol of passion and fire and energy. And this is just an allowance and an openness to that. Allow it. Now, when the passions get too much, like here, just understand, like stay positive, stay within your own realm. Don't let other people bring you down, and understand that when they come at you negatively, like it may not be because they don't love you, like I was saying the example with my grandma, they love you. They don't really mean that. They're just looking at the world from their own perspective. So you want to just put up a boundary and protect yourself from that. So let's see what these guys are. Okay, we've got meditation for peace and serenity. I love this. And I really love it with the electric eel and with all of these cups cards, because cups is like the suit of water. It is about peace and serenity. And I even said in the beginning that this is about you being emotionally fulfilled with whatever is coming through. And it's appreciating your ideas and appreciating yourself. And if you've come into this week with this idea, great. If you're like thinking, Amy, I have no clue what you're talking about, I'm trying to figure out a solution for whatever your issue is. Meditate on that. Oh, and I also remember when I said that ideas can come to you in the shower. Here you go. Just be open to receiving information wherever you are, and just be calm about it. The other thing that I'm with him, like here in the water, and he's just so peaceful and so serene while this dog is like, we're in the middle of the ocean here. In swimming, when you are relaxed and calm, that is when you float. So remember that. This is a week to become relaxed. This is a week to be calm. This is a week to just let things flow. And we've got all of this water energy. It's so interesting that this is like all of them have come up. And then meditation to dig deep. So also interesting that this is another meditation card. But with all this water energy, like don't forget to ground yourself. I also love this card in spring. I know she's specifically digging for crystals. However, it really has like a gardening vibe to it, planting seeds. I talked about going into this new moon of Aries, that this is a great time to set intentions and do that. You may just get out, take a walk, plant something. If you've never planted anything before, but you've been thinking about it, this is your sign to do that. It's your sign to kind of get out of your comfort zone and have a new idea. For me, my new idea this week was we are starting some watermelon plants. So I've never done that before, but that's my electric eel thing for this week, and then we'll see what else comes in. And I would love to hear your epiphany or whatever your idea. And I'm not limiting it to one thing. I think that there's multiple things that can come for you. And really, if you spend time thinking about it, maybe even taking a bath, if you have access to like a hot tub. If you're a Wim Hof fan and you know what I'm talking about with his method in breathing, he does cold therapy. So Wim Hof fans, like they take a dunk in icy water every morning if they can. So it helps them to get clarity and they swear by it. So that's something else like that. If you've never heard of him, look him up. He's really, really interesting, and that might be your new idea for this week because it's coming to me as well. So that's what I have for you, Group 1. It looks like a beautiful week, and please like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, Group 2. If you picked this quartz crystal heart, you are in the right place. Let's take a look at the cards for the week. I wanted to pick a overall energy for the week card, and I thought we would do spirit animals. The spirit animal that came up for you is Coyote Spirit. Trust in divine detours. So a lot of times we think we're headed one way. We think we're in this great relationship, this great job, this great whatever it is. And then, oops, something happened. And through the course of events, like as it's happening, it may not feel that great or feel that good. But after the fact, you're like, wow, I thought I was going this one way. I thought that was the direction I was supposed to go. The universe put me on a totally new trajectory, and yeah, this is much better. So I can name these things, like I can tell you what my detours are in life because they really stick out. They're really kind of like monumental for me. Like it's been some of them great, some of them not so great, and not so great at the time, or not so great that I went through. I'm like losing a job. I thought I had my dream job, and the company just was not doing very well, and they had to let somebody go, and they had to let me go. And then with the experience I got there, I really was able to find my dream job. And then it's things like that. The Coyote Spirit, he's kind of a trickster. So, and it's interesting here, we've got these like little kind of horns because he reminds me of Loki. in as the Norse god Loki, who's the trickster. And it's not malicious. Whatever is happening to you now, it might feel like that at the time, but it's really, take it as it intends. Like, take the lesson, take the, look at it from a new perspective. And, going through some of these things, it's like, oh, this is not good. This does not feel good. But looking at it afterwards, a lot of times we can laugh at it, and you're really truly growing when, as it happens, you can kind of recognize it and you're like, okay, I see what you're doing here. All right. I'm fine. I'm not happy about it, but I'm going to kind of like laugh at it. And I know that at some point I will be happy. So we'll put these guys, we'll see what those are later. Let's take a look at the cards. So we've got the Two of Pentacles. We've got the Three of Pentacles reversed. And then we've got, this is the High Priestess. And the Empress. It's really interesting that the High Priestess and the Empress come out together. They come one right after the other in the deck. So, and they're both major arcana cards. And it's interesting that they come out because they both are very much like about abundance, about the High Priestess is more like deep down, she's sacred knowledge. And I mean, they're both very feeling, very nurturing cards. Well, maybe she's not so nurturing. And I kind of like, when I said that this is not being done out of malice, this is being done because it's putting you on a better trajectory, even though it doesn't feel like it at the time. So when we've got the Empress coming out, like, she is the quintessential mother. She like loves you and she wants the best for you. So that's to just understand that whatever events happen this week, like, just roll with it. It's done with love. It's done with like, oh my gosh, like this, I did not expect this to happen. Those things are kind of like open this week, and you may not even see it coming, especially here with the Two of Pentacles, because you may just have like so many things that you're juggling right now. And you're probably like, the Two of Pentacles is doing it. Like, he's got all of these things and he's juggling and he's doing a really great job at it. And you kind of feel like, well, the universe isn't going to give me more than I can handle, but it's still a lot to handle. And I think that, whatever this is might be related to your job, or could also be related to something physical though. So it could even be your like physical body, that you have been neglecting your body and you need to, like, something is going to put you like on the, I don't want to say that anything is going to happen. It's just, you should have this idea that you could do more with your body, that you could build your body in any way that you want to. And maybe you've had a thought that you just don't have the time to do that. It's carving out this time to do it. Whatever, 10 minutes a day just to stretch, and you're just going to feel so much better. Then we've got the Three of Pentacles here in reverse. Like, this is usually, you can see there's three people working together here, but we've got it in reverse. So you may have been feeling like in your job that you've been it may even be something that's mundane that you keep doing over and over and over and over again. And it's really not very emotionally fulfilling, or it's paying the bills, but it's not what you want to do forever. And there's just some disharmony here. There's some misalignment, that something is just not right. And I feel like whatever happens this week, it puts you on the path to something right. Like, maybe you get assigned to a project that you really didn't want to do, but then you've hit your stride and you really are seen. And I'm saying that because these cards are really positive. And whatever happens, I think it's something that you're just like, it wasn't something that you were thinking about before, and really you weren't thinking about anything because you've just been concentrating so much. You've been so focused. Both of these people are so focused on the here and now, which is great, but you're not seeing like the big picture. And we get into the High Priestess, because she's big picture. She's subconscious. You haven't been thinking about what you want deep down inside. The High Priestess has been thinking about what you want deep down inside for you. Follow your intuition. Tap into that subconscious mind. And she is talking about balance too. And it's really interesting that we've got 2 balance cards here, because she is like the pillar between masculinity and femininity. She's like in the middle here, and she's like the balance between that. Over here, this is like you physically balancing something. So something is misaligned and we need to bring some things together. So think about that this week, and it's going to be really positive for you, because like I said, both of these represent abundance. And especially if we're talking about something that happens with your job that is not quite what you expect, it's really for your benefit in the long run, and it's really for your overall abundance. Finally, this final card here, or this final tarot card anyway, the Empress. It's interesting that she's like over here too. I said that she's the High Priestess is the balance between the masculine and feminine. And the Empress comes in here on the feminine side. That maybe you've been working too hard, worried about making money, that you haven't been nurturing yourself. You haven't been nurturing this feminine side. You haven't been looking for beauty and nature. And she's also very connected to Earth, because she's very, if a card in the deck were to represent Gaia, Mother Earth, I would say that it was this one, the Empress. So it's really about getting out and enjoying life. Like maybe you've been focused on these things, something's going to shake that up, and then you can like realign to focus on what is really important to you deep down inside. And we have learn from life. This is, all of these cards go back to a like earth or air or water or fire. And this is an air card because she's like getting on her broom. Learning from life, like I was saying, like over here, like get out and enjoy something. Get out into nature. And with the coyote spirit, he's the trickster, he's divine detours, like really understand why something is happening to you. And if it's happened to you more than once, then it's probably a lesson that there's there to be learned. I also think that there is an element here of learning from others, just because she's sitting there she's getting ready to go out. There's an arm here, like she's talking to somebody as she's ready to go out and embark. So you don't always have to have like these experiences to know that you want it or don't want it. And what I mean by that is you can examine like other people's experiences and decide if that's right for you. So, like I've not been in a car accident, but I know through other people's experiences, like that's not what I want to do, right? So learn from life, like what you are doing, but also learn from other people's mistakes and other people's successes. But this is also like putting the books down for a little bit and going out and interacting. So you are interacting with other people, you are learning their experiences, you are looking at the world around you and figuring out where you really belong in it, because you thought there was one way that you belonged in it, and something may change to like, okay, that's not the way I thought. I'm going to learn a new lesson here. Oh, and I love this. And I love that this one's above these two ladies too. Prosperity and abundance. This gives me so much vibes of the Nine of Pentacles. because that is just a self-made person. She's been through all this. She's been through the ringer, and she's just kept on with persistence and now is sitting here enjoying what has happened. So I'm just really hesitant talking about like, okay, there might be a lesson here for you this week. Something may happen that you haven't really thought about. You may not be really happy about it, but you have 3 cards here talking about abundance and prosperity. Okay, so prosperity and abundance, they're 2 different things. Prosperity, we're just welcoming in a lot of cases it's money, welcoming in money, but abundance too. Like, count your blessings, not just your coins. You have resources available to you. Like, maybe you don't own your home, but you live in a beautiful home because you live with your parents or a friend, and that's just an example. Or maybe you don't have your own car, but you have access to a beautiful car. Or you have a friend that lets you take their bicycle out, or you don't have a dog, but your neighbor has a great dog that you can go play with. Like, those are things to be thankful for. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, like, you may have access to some things that not everybody has access to, through your family, friends, connections, that kind of thing. And it is being like appreciative of that. And sometimes it's even better to just have access to it. I mentioned the dog thing. Like, if you have we had neighbors that, I had a little dog, and they would come over during the day when I worked, and they would take her out and play with her, and they were elderly, but they didn't have to feed her or pay for vet bills or pick up after her, like nothing. But they got the benefit of playing with my dog. So just look around in your abundance. That don't get stuck on, I don't have this. Look at, okay, I do have access to this. Another thing, like, I don't have all of these books. Like, I want this book, I want that book, I want this book. And if I bought all the books that I wanted, it would be insane in my house. And if you have ever moved and had to move those things, it's ridiculous. But I can go to the library and I have access to all of these books. So it's looking at things like that, looking at what you have around you, the tools you have around you, and maybe whatever kind of like surprise or the detour that the universe throws to you. Don't get so wrapped up in the negative aspect of it. Start thinking of the positive and where that's leading to you, because the positive of it is very clearly prosperity and abundance. And it's for you to like put these books down and go out and really kind of like, both of these cards, go out and really just enjoy your life. Enjoy right now. That is what you need to do. And maybe you have been working too hard, and you need to take a moment, take a break. And it wasn't something that you planned or wanted to do, but it is something that you definitely need to do. So that's what I have for you, Group 2. I hope you have a fantastic week. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, Group 3. If you picked this lovely Amazonite heart crystal, you are in the right spot. Let's take a look at what we have this week. So I wanted to pull something that was like the overall energy for the week, and I did it with spirit animal cards. And you got 55 Snake Spirit, time to heal. So a couple things with Snake Spirit. I think first of all, snakes get a bad rap. I think they're absolutely lovely creatures. In the Bible, they get a really bad rap there. We really are conditioned to, when we see them, we kind of like step back, and with reason, they're going to bite you if you get too close to them. But it's because they're putting up a boundary and they are protecting themselves. They're more afraid of you than you are of them, and for good reason. So I just want to put that out there. Also, let's go back to Adam and Eve in the Bible and the snake, the serpent, who is in the tree and entices Eve to take a bite of the Bible. that essentially, like, snakes have helped us to elevate our consciousness. They're animals who have given us knowledge. So we should appreciate them and not vilify them. I was also born in the Chinese zodiac. I was born in the year of the snake, so I very much appreciate them. They shed their skin. They let things go, and this is a really this might be something for you this week, to let some things go, to put up some boundaries. It might be a week for you to repair and renew and replenish, self-care. When they do let when they shed their skin, like the scales underneath are just so shiny and beautiful. So it's a really good week for you to be gentle with yourself and be gentle with others. Don't bite others this week. I was talking about new moon in Aries, and that we can get very passionate or have a very short fuse. So just be aware of that. And I think that's coming up here with this snake spirit. And we want to shed the past and go on a journey of healing. So I love that. Snakes are fantastic. So I'm going to put these guys here and here, and we will see what they are later. And let's take a look at the tarot cards. We have Lovers in reverse. We've got the Five of Wands in reverse. We've got the Page of Swords in reverse. And we've got the Five of Swords in reverse. So when I read, I do not read spreads that are all reverse cards. So when that happens, it tells me something in and of itself, kind of like something is misunderstood, just like our lovely snake friend here. We've got some misunderstanding this week. But also that these, I'm going to flip them around. So whatever is coming to us, it may not be like something that's on the nose, may not be something that is like very clear or obvious at first. And it may be something that takes a little bit of time. With this Page of Swords here, and we've got two swords cards. Swords are communications. It may be something that's a delayed communication that you've been looking for. So I'm just gonna flip these guys around so we get an idea of what's coming in. The first card we have is the Lovers. So Lovers. In my introduction, I talked about Aries, a new moon being conjunct with Venus, and this is a week to set intentions for relationships. And I think this is a confirmation here, getting the Lovers. Lovers is connected to Gemini, the sign Gemini. It's I said communications. Look at we've got two swords cards. Gemini is all about communications, and it is an air sign as well. So very clear that communications, just be gentle with yourself, be gentle with others. Watch what you say, because these two cards here are like fighting and conflict and competition. So just be careful what you communicate. Be gentle with yourself, be gentle with others. What we're looking for really is harmony. And, I think that the Lovers talks about harmony. The Lovers talks about, can also, an alignment with others. And while we have a situation here where we have the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands, which looks, I'll show you what they look like up close and together, and you got both of them, where we have some conflict going on. It's and some competition, and I see like some of it, sometimes it can feel very brutal, and especially if this is words or communications coming in, like this could feel very brutal in the moment. It really is. it really should be, or really is, and maybe you're not feeling it, bouncing off of ideas with other people. It's also interesting that the cards that you have, we've got other people in the cards. A lot of them are very singular, and you've got 3 cards that include other people. So that's really important. Setting those intentions for relationships, whether it is a romantic relationship, whether it is business relationship with your friends and family. This is really a time to think about that, talk about that, do that. Maybe you need to repair some relationships. Maybe the way that you've been looking at how you've been talking to other people and they've been talking to you. Step outside of that and not get so like emotionally attached to it. Just use it for what it is. That expect that when people come at you, that they're coming at you with the best of intentions. Like they don't mean to upset you. They don't mean it. It's just the way that it came out, and that the way that it's said or what is said is something for you to think about. And it really is something for you to kind of like raise your consciousness about, and to like really take that to the next level, take that up a level, take your consciousness up a level. And whether that is with you or with your relationship with them, or really your relationship with yourself is kind of more what I'm getting at. That when you are interacting with people and something upsets you, go back and pull that thread. Why did that upset me? Why is that upsetting me? When even if their intention is to upset you, but I doubt it is. I think their intention is just to have a conversation, just to bounce ideas off, just to like engage with you, and you've been like taking it the wrong way. Why is it you're taking it the wrong way? Use that as a way to heal yourself. So Page of Swords here, I said that there is a delayed communication. There's something that isn't coming in. It's been kind of causing tension for you. You wanted to hear something, and because you're not hearing this information, it's upsetting you. It's like that. But look at it as like a grain of sand in a pearl. That it is delayed, but when it comes out, like it's going to be a pearl. Like it's upsetting you right now, it's irritating you right now, but it's just because something in the works. There's something behind there in the works. But expect some new ideas, expect some new ways of communication. The Page of Swords is really thirsty for knowledge. He's going off and he's looking for new things. And I feel like this communication that you're having with other people, that might help you narrow down where you need to go to look for this knowledge, to look for these new things. And then the final tarot card we have anyway is this Five of Swords. So we just need to let go of this idea that competition is, nobody is trying to hurt you. The competition, the things that people are saying, the way that things are being presented, like, okay, things could be gentler, but they don't want to hurt you. It's just something that comes up this week, and don't let it bother you. Don't let it affect you. Really kind of like come back to this harmony, and come back to this new ways of communicating. And maybe somebody is talking to you in a way that you've never like experienced or expected before. Like they're very blunt, and you're not, it's somebody who's like very blunt with you, but it's not a criticism, it's constructive. Like they want to play with you. They want to have fun with you. It's just like, it's for some reason it's not coming out that way, or you're not taking that way. So come back to your heart center, come back to this lovers, and understand that really everybody is out there. and fighting their own battle, having their own issues. So don't take it personally. Just take whatever lessons that they have for you and go from there. Funny because we've got meditation for clarity. This is just somebody like really looking into the water, really looking into what is underneath the surface. So these communications that you're having with people, this information that's coming in, like, why did they say it like that? It has nothing to do with me. It has something to do with them. So I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to worry about it. Meditation, it could be really important for you to, in your healing, and for clarity. Journaling, I say journaling all the time, but it's a really great way to just express your emotions, express how you feel, and just let those things go. It's navigating your emotions, and it's funny because we don't have any cups cards here, although we've got water here, which I feel like is emotions, and I feel like there is some like emotions coming in here with all this conflict. So, but it's not about emotions. It's about communications. It's about moving forward. It's about becoming a better, stronger, smarter you. And journaling can help you do that and navigate through that and really find the love that's actually underneath these things coming in. And then we have fire magic. So, on this specific card with fire magic, it doesn't really say much about it. It doesn't really say much on how to use it anyway. But lighting a candle and just appreciating that, like candle magic is something that you may want to investigate, or taking a candlelit bath, just because it's going to make you feel good and help you relax and let some things go. I also see fire magic as a release, because fire is a release. Fire is kind of like the whole phoenix thing, and just letting some things go. And there are things you need to let go this week with your relationships, just like this snake, just releasing this negativity and going on your healing journey and shedding the past, whatever conflicts. And these conflicts may not even be what's happening this week. It just may be something that you've been angry about. It's time to let it go. Whatever the thing that it is that they were coming at you with, you know what? Let it go. Send them love. Heal from it. Rise up from these ashes. The comeback is bigger than the setback. So that's what I have, group 3. I love that. The comeback is better than the setback. I feel like you've been set back a little bit, but work on it, because it's time for you to heal. It's time for you to shed the past, go on this healing journey, and just let go of these conflicts. Let go of things that people have said to you. Let go of any negative energy. You don't want it to affect you going forward. Meditating and writing in your journal. And then usually I burn those things. Like when I get really angry, I'll write out a whole bunch of things. And maybe it's something that I want to say to somebody. I probably shouldn't say it to them. I will burn it. And and the way I feel is like, you know what? I'm sending this to their subconscious. Their subconscious can deal with it. Their higher self can deal with it. So I just let whatever happens help to bring you to a higher consciousness, to a stronger person, and send love to them. That's what I have. So thank you, group 3. I hope that you have a fantastic week. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I will see you in the next reading.